Shalom everyone and welcome back. This week's Torah portion is a very famous portion, the portion of Vayetze. Vayetze Yaakov mi Beersheva vayelech Harana, that Yaakov left. He went out from Beersheva towards Haran, to his family's abode, to seek out his fame and fortune. And in this parsha, we have the famous saying, Ufarazta yama v'kedma v'tzafona v'negba. You shall spread yourself out to the north, the south, the east, and the west, which is actually the theme of the Chabad movement. The song Ufarazta is probably the most popular of all the Chabad songs, and it represents the idea of spreading Judaism all over the world. That Yaakov's destiny was that he should not just have a family, but he should spread out his influence all over the world. And in fact, that has been the goal of the Chabad movement also, to spread out the influence of the Hasidic philosophy from the Baal Shem Tov on to the present, all over the world, and let its influence be felt everywhere. And in fact, we know that wherever people live, there's Chabad. They say that there's two things you'll always find wherever you go: Coca-Cola and Chabad. Just last Shabbos, last weekend, over 6,000 emissaries of the Rebbe, spanning all over the world, convened in New York for their annual Kinnas HaShluchim, their annual convention. And it was a very emotional convention this year, which we remembered the murder of our fellow Shaliach, our fellow Rabbi Tzvi Kogan in the United Arab Emirates. That just happened a few days earlier than that, and the entire convention was in mourning for Rabbi Kogan's death, his murder. And at the same time, also the former leader of the convention, Rabbi Moshe Kotlarsky, was also remembered very fondly, as he was primarily responsible for instilling Chabad all over the world in every nook and cranny. And it's really an incredible movement. The Chabad movement is a movement unlike any other in Jewish history. How wherever we go, you'll find Chabad. And Chabad is there to help both residents and tourists, people who need kosher food, need a place to stay for Shabbos, people who are in distress or have lost loved ones, can always turn to Chabad for help. Just this last week, I was asked to help a young woman who found herself in the hospital here in San Diego, and to minister to her and to help her in any which way we can. People know that they can count on Chabad wherever we are. And indeed, Chabad has become the worldwide movement of the Jewish people, wherever Jews are found. And we know that if you have any help, if you have any need for any help, Chabad would be there for you as well, to contact your local Chabad center, or if you're traveling or making plans for the summer or the winter time, you can always count on Chabad to be there to help you and to service your not just your Jewish needs, but in general your needs as well. There are many stories about how people were lost, young people were backpacking in Guatemala or other places, and Chabad was there to help them find their loved ones, and in some cases even return their remains back to Israel. So we'd like to wish you all a good Shabbos. We should never know from sadness and unhappiness, but only for gladness and joy. Candle lighting in San Diego is at 4:24. I want to wish you all a very good Shabbos.